Hi. Hi. It's summers and we are into the Aries season. It feels good, right? I think Pisces season was kind of like rough on a lot of people. This is what Pisces go through all the time. Imagine. Like, how is the Pisces season for you guys? Like, I kind of like I have been getting like a lot of people getting very emotional, getting really uh, really teary, really like. And I wouldn't say that Pisces season was easier on me just because I'm a Pisces. It was kind of difficult for me as well, but guys, that's what Pisces go through like throughout the year. What you guys went for like in 1 month. Like, your intuition was so heightened in this time. I'm sure a lot of you were getting a lot of signs and synchronicities with the universe. I got a lot of messages from you, actually, from a lot of people on this handle, saying they are seeing butterflies and they're getting number synchronicities 1111, 222, 444, and obviously, like, Pisces is like the finale of the zodiac. So Pisces are the people, the not the people, it's the energy which kind of like wraps up your entire year. So obviously you all were like kind of that in this place of finalizing, wrapping up cycles. Like, I know we like celebrate New Year by like December, but actual New Year kind of like culminates. It starts with the Aries season, because that's where we start with the zodiac cycle, right? Just a second, I'll just. So, yeah, how are you guys doing? How are you feeling? We are in the Aries season. We are out of the Piscean waters. It was really intense, I think, this time also, because we had Mercury retrograde. So I think, hi Divya, hi everyone. I hope you guys are doing good. How are you feeling? Like, I'm feeling really pumped up today, and I haven't felt this like in a while. I was like, just like last night, I was feeling like, this Pisces season was so exhausting, because like 2018 was so intense for so many people, and Pisces season came in like, okay, one last time, and then Mercury retrograde. Let's revisit everything that you went through in 2018, every person, every situation, every ending that you went through. And then everybody went through that, and it was not easy. I think it was not easy revisiting 2018. Yeah, even I'm feeling awesome. Like, it's so inspiring. Like, I feel like doing things now. I think last month it was more of like that feeling of I want to like kind of like rest. I want to rejuvenate. I want to tie up my cycles. But Aries season is like really fresh, and I just feel so summer. I was out today. It was so hot. It feels already like May. But it's the Aries season. There's lots of new beginnings. Are you guys planning anything new? Isn't it interesting how even a new session starts in Aries? I like, my schools used to begin by April, and I think most of us do, right? Go back to school at this time. Uh, but yeah, because Aries is the sign of starting fresh, starting a new cycle, just beginning afresh, like just starting from point zero, literally point zero. So if you have been waiting for new beginnings, this is the point zero point. uh, I even posted about it, that how this Aries season will be actually bringing a lot of new jobs, new businesses, and new relationships, new friendships to everyone. Like, you will have one piece of new in your life for sure. And if it's like nothing to do with all of these things, it could be a new habit, it could be a new routine, it could be just anything new. Do you guys have any new practice, any new routine that you're inculcating? Are you guys like doing journaling and affirmations? Because I was going somewhere today, and I felt so motivated today. Otherwise, I think if I'd been a Pisces season, I would have been like, I want to just stay at home. But I went out and I was just saying all these affirmations that I am whomsoever I want to be, and it just makes you feel so empowered and so in your place, actually, when you are in this place of I am already that I want to be. So if you have a goal of becoming, say, of getting promoted to a specific position, or get into a relationship, or get new friends, or probably start a new business, start saying those things already into existing. Speaking into existence, I think spiritual community keeps on posting a lot about speaking into existence, and that's what this is about. Like, you say affirmations as if it's already happened. I posted today, I'm allowing myself to be helped, and that's been a block for me for a very long time, because I've had this thing that I want to do everything on my own, and I realized I don't have to. Like, why am I putting all that pressure on me? I can, in fact, ask the help of the universe, and the universe helps us through people. Like, we are such social beings, but yet we have such a resistance towards people, because sometimes, like, I was afraid that people will not get me, people won't get what is it that I want from my life, what is it that I'm creating, so I would rather not speak. And I'm now realizing that people can actually help us so much. So yeah, I think we need to kind of like be open to receive that help if you're asking the universe. So if you're asking for something, you got to be open for something, and you cannot be like, this only can come in one way. There are infinite possibilities. So I read it somewhere, like, you can say this or something better. I'm asking for my new job to come in this way or something better. Like, why not, right? Journaling and affirmations have really helped me a lot to keep me positive. Yeah, me too. Hi Mithul, hi, how are you doing? Yes, isn't it amazing how right people actually do cross our paths when we are willing to receive the help? Like, it's happened so many times, and I'm like, yeah, I want some help, and I'll be probably sitting in a cafe, and I'll have someone sit right next to me, and who would actually happen to be some collaborator or some freelancer, whatever, right? So before this I was into freelancing, and I honestly found most of my clients like that, just like that. Thank you. I hope you're doing good. Like, I have been so afraid of doing lives, I'll be honest, because it's always this thing of like, I don't know if anybody would even hop onto my life, right? And then it's, at the end of the day, it's all about, like, when you come to that place, like, numbers and the response, you like, yeah, it's amazing when you get that response, but you're not doing it for it anyway, right? Like, yeah, you are doing it for the purpose. So I have a few things lined up for today's live. I was thinking to talk about, yes, the Aries season. I just, like, those who are joining new, Aries season, new stuff happening, new cycle beginning, because this is when the actual new year begins astrologically, so in your life as well. And I'll be also picking cards, so if you have any questions, please drop below. I can probably pick up a card for you. And yeah, I think Aries season is a lot about taking aligned actions, because you will be receiving a lot of ideas. I actually just made an IGTV, haven't posted it yet, but it is about how we get so many ideas but we do not really take actions, or sometimes we take actions but we're not sure if this is how it should be done. But that's where it comes from. Like, Aries season will really push you, will really give you a lot of, like, so I would say ideas started coming in through Mercury retrogrades, right? And then Aries season is going to give you that fire, give you that push, give you that motivation to, like, okay, you've got these ideas, you've got this stuff, now go and put it out there. A part of you would want to, like, run and go, depending on obviously where you have the Aries in your chart and where you have that fire placements in your chart and how you are as a person. But a part of you, like maybe some of you, would want to be like, okay, I've got this idea, I've got this idea, I've got this idea, but which idea am I supposed to work on? So that could be tricky. So I decided to make a video on it, like how can we really trust our own ideas and how can we be sure that this is what exactly that we want. I will, I think, post it today. So that, and what else? I had a lot of stuff to say because I decided to come to a live, and now I'm having, oh yeah. So what else? Like, in Aries season, what can you do? Now that you have revisited the past, now that you have gone back into your past, got some ideas, it's really time to kind of like put them into action. I have been feeling guilty for a while that I haven't been as active as I would want to be, but I think it's all in divine timing and it's all in alignment, because one thing that I want to be really sure of, like, this is not a work that I would be just doing like hustle. That is not the kind of lifestyle I wanted, which is why I exited from the matrix, from my old life. I want to kind of create a lifestyle, I want to create work, I want to create something which is aligned to my mental and emotional well-being too, right? I do not support the thing like you gotta like slog your asses off. I mean, I don't know if that works, but I would want that to work. Like, I have really, like, my intention is like I want success to come to me in the most aligned and peaceful way. So yeah, like, I would really want things to come to me in the most peaceful and aligned way. I do not want to compromise my peace for any of things. Like, I think my peace, my mental peace, is of utmost priority. And I know understanding quantum physics and understanding metaphysical texts and how the frequency and vibration works, when you are in peace, when you are in that state, that's when you make your most conscious and aligned decisions and actions. And that's how I want to be there, right, on that path. Spring equinox, full moon, what does it signify and how does it start? So full moon, spring equinox was on 21st, 22nd, 20th, depending wherever you are in the world. It coincided this time with the spring equinox. It's not that every year spring equinox actually comes with the full moon. This year we had the full moon, like holy and full moon comes together, right? But spring equinox is not always in tangent with the full moon. Spring equinox is one of the 4 portals we have marking the change in the seasons. So in a year we have the spring equinox, we have the summer solstice, we have the winter solstice in December, and then we have the so we have the autumn, winter, spring and summer, right? So it's like a gateway, it's like a portal, and it's marking the shift in the energy. And winter solstice was all about, so how I like to think of it is in terms of imagining it and how nature works. So winter solstice, winters are the time when there's snow, when there's cold, you don't have plantations, you don't have flowers, you don't have seeds blooming, you don't have fruits coming, right? So that's what the winter is about. Winter is about rest, winter is about lying low, like people do not go out so much, people are not out there, people are kind of like resting and lying low, and it's more like a hermit mode. And it's a great, most of the awakenings happen in the winter solstice season, because it's just the energy which is more like of that of going inside. Like that's when you turn inward, that's when you, winter solstice is really a great time of reflection, of looking inside. Spring equinox, which comes in March 20th, 21st, 22nd, whatever, that is the time when it's like the spring starts coming up in the northern hemisphere. So it's like the flowers are blooming. Oh my god, it's the blue jay. It's amazing. Yeah, so birds start coming out actually in spring equinox, and you have see, like it's just such a pleasant feeling, and it's like energetically things are blossoming up, new beginnings are happening. It's the gateway to a new cycle, like a new cycle, rebirth, right? That's what the spring equinox is all about. So yes, it's about spring equinox. It was this huge gateway, a portal into this next cycle, which will be now beginning. Oh my god, that blue jay is really distracting me, it's so amazing. So yeah, I posted a pick a card also, so probably you can check that out on IGTV, which was about how will it reflect you, what is. So full moons are about letting go things, and it was great this time because you have the full moon and you have the spring equinox. So do you see how tightly you have the two cycles, one of endings and one of beginnings, like right together? So you have the full moon, which is about surrendering and releasing and letting go of your old cycles, your old past. So while we were wrapping up the Pisces season, we were wrapping up a huge, I would say this was not a 1 year cycle, this was about 10 years. What you have been doing in the past 10 years, this is like a culmination to that. And then you begin by the Aries, the spring equinox, like a fresh new energy, and which is why I think we all are feeling like everybody's feeling so good and happy. We want to go out, we want to hang out, we want to do exciting stuff. So that's interesting, right? And yeah, that's pretty much what actually spring equinox is about. It's a gateway, it's a portal to a new season, that is spring. In India it's pretty much like summers, but in the entire northern hemisphere it's like spring. Like you have the end of the excruciating winter season. Like winters are always like, I like winters, but it's actually very, it was really a great, like right now this one in 2018, end of 2018-19 was just like 2017-18. A very a lot of people were awakening, a lot of people were going inside, finding the truths, were coming to light. And with full moon again, full moons are epitome of clarity. Full moons bring so much of clarity with them. So if you had any confusion, if you had any doubts, I think they must have kind of like diluted. If you were still doubting if this is what you want, if this is your path, if this is your purpose, if this is a twin flame, blah blah blah, whatever, that kind of like got cleared up. So yeah, should we pick up cards? Yeah, do you have any questions? How do you guys journal? Like I have been trying to journal like at least twice a day or at least once a day. I do my affirmations. Sometimes if I feel like there's a huge block to releasing, I kind of like write it and I release it. Or most of the times, like right now I feel like I did a lot of releasing in the previous cycle. I actually released a lot of my whole life, so I feel like now I'm more like filling my brain with good stuff. So these days it's more like, instead of releasing, I'm more like, I am this person that I want to be. I am a light worker, I am making a difference in the world, I am creating the life of my dreams right now. Like right now is so important. I think I posted it yesterday. But yes, it was about I am creating the life of my dreams right now. Like a lot of times we tend to think that our dream life somewhere like in a distant future, and it's not attainable right now. Like it exists, but you also have this thing like it can't happen right now, and we tend to think that uh, that's where we will be like going. Oops, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm looking for with respect to professional life, and I have no idea what will be more satisfying with me. uh, but what matters is like, do you have the willingness, do you have the willingness to find your higher purpose right now, to find your path? Because if you do, you will get answers for sure. It's nothing like that. If like you have to kind of like live your live, you don't have to wait for your purpose to strike at your door. If you feel called for something, start doing it, and it starts becoming, I think, clearer with time. I wasn't really sure what is it, how my spiritual path is going to look like, how my spiritual work is going to look like. I was so confused, but I think being on this page and posting for like almost a year now, it became, I don't know about people who got attached to it, people who are like coming and going, being a part of it, but it gave me so much of clarity as to what is it that I truly want, how do I want to shape it. So if you have even like a hint of an idea that what is it that you want to be your most satisfying professional life, whatever, however it looks for you, start working on it already. I'm not saying leave whatever you're doing and just go in and right into it. Like I did not leave my previous career up until January. Like even I'm still a part of it, like a bit of it. But you can start sowing the seeds right now, and you don't have to be picture perfect clear as to what is it, how does it look like. And I know we tend to want to like plan everything out, but it's okay if you do not have things planned out, but you just have like a bleak of like maybe a hint of what is it that you would want. I would really suggest you to dive deeper into it, maybe explore how other people are doing it, maybe do an internship, maybe watch videos, read books, what are people doing with such kind of ideas, because the opportunities are infinite. Okay, like when I wanted to be a writer, after my graduation, or I wanted to be like ever since, but at that time the only thing that you could do being a writer was maybe become a journalist. And it was much later when I realized that writing is not equal to journalism. And but at that time, and I'm just giving an example, right? Like content writing and social media writing, all of that stuff did not exist at that time, but I knew that I want to write. I knew that however that may look like, I want to put my voice in terms of words. So I just went into it, and slowly so many, I was like, right now you know it, right, for a matter of fact, that how many content writers are thriving out there. Whereas like 5 to 7 years back, 5 years back, I would say, you had no way how like if you like writing, nobody knew how could you make a living out of it. So do not be so hung up about how does it look like right now, how the details will work out. Like how is not your job, like it's like the big thing, right? How is not your job, what is your job? So get clear about what is it that you want, what is it that you would want your career to look like, your life to look like. Try journaling perhaps. It'll actually give you a lot of answers. What you can do is like just go and just start writing about like how does it look like, and write in present tense, like I'm already living this life and I'm doing this and I'm doing this and I'm doing this, I'm doing this. It will get you that feeling. It'll actually open the stream of consciousness, which will bring you more ideas, which will open your eyes and have you look around even much more clearly. Yeah, so I hope that helps you, and let me know if it does. But yeah, you don't have to like wait for something. Like, of course waiting is a great part of it, but you can start small. You can just start right now with anything that interests you, and you can change anytime. Like, there's nothing like once you just catch a road you have to walk on it. No, like, do whatever you feel like, whatever you feel called to. Do you guys have any more questions? I think I'll pick out cards now. I'm glad that helped you. So I will do a reading about on IGTV as well, because I think I should do about Aries season, how Aries season looks like, how can we, I think I should make a YouTube video about it. Also, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Okay. I'm using this deck. It's called the Work Your Light Oracle cards, and let's see what the Aries season has for us. I will do a full reading. Probably I'll do a pick a card, whatever. But yeah, right now we are doing what is Aries season bringing to us. I'm using Light of Work Your Light Oracle cards by Rebecca Campbell. So yeah, what is Aries season asking us to do? What is the message for Aries season? Also, I think I should do a live or a video about tarot cards, because I think a lot of people have notions. Like, I do not believe that tarot cards should be used, I mean, not should be used, that it is just about did the spirit just said yes? Yes, I'll do a live about tarot cards. What is it all about? Because people tend to have a lot of these notions about tarot cards that it is to predict future, and not necessarily. It's not about predicting future. It's about giving you a list of possibilities. It's about reflecting on your own intuition, to give you a peek into your own mind, and put it out in front of cards, right? So I like to do tarots in the way, like, you get a lot of options, and how each of your action will take you to a specific course. So the fact is, there are infinite possibilities, there are infinite timelines. Okay, it's like you have a huge structure and you have infinite timelines. It's up to you which one you want to choose, right? So how they say, your karma brings you, can shape your destiny. This is what it is like. So tarots, they tend to, like, they will not predict you a safe future, because we need to understand that there's not like, this is what it is, like this is it and it's the end of the world. No, it's like you have infinite timelines, infinite opportunities, and it's up to you that which one do you want to choose. Like, it is in your control. Your actions, your aligned actions can help you choose out of that infinite possibilities. So the only thing which is stopping is our own resistance, which is like, no, this is not possible for me, I cannot do this. For example, if you want to work with a celebrity, why can't you do that? You want to manifest, you can manifest that, but we just feel like, no, they're unapproachable. It's like you think that they're unapproachable. You think that that celebrity or that person is above you, is on a pedestal. When you are thinking like that, you are limiting the force of universe. You are limiting that there is only one way how things can work out, and there's no other way that I can ever meet a celebrity. There's no other way I can ever work with a celebrity. There's no other way I can probably date a celebrity. And no, you can do whatever the hell you want. It's infinite possibilities, and all you need to do is train your mind to open up, and to catch on to that frequency where that one of those timelines where you can meet that celebrity, work with that celebrity, whatever is your dream. You just have to allow that wall of resistance to get off, like believe that yes, it's possible, yes, it exists, and it will manifest. It can manifest in any way. You can end up at the house, probably a friend can introduce you to them, probably you end up in the same flight. Coincidences, synchronicities happen all the time. They might discover you on social media. Anything can happen. There are infinite possibilities. I do not know how did I deviate to that topic, but we are picking out cards. Let's see what do we have for the Aries season. And we have the initiation. I said Aries season is all about new beginnings. Aries season is all about new beginnings, and it's I hope you can read it. It's initiation, rite of passage. You're going somewhere sacred. I think we all are going somewhere sacred. It's a new beginning. It's Aries season. And I think a lot of us have been on this very sacred journey on our spiritual paths, and we are going even deeper. I think a lot of people are awakening even more deeply this year, and Aries season is going to initiate you into that cycle even much more deeply. What else do we have for the Aries season? Yes, I also feel that Aries season is going to be a time for mystics, teachers, spiritual teachers, for people who want to probably enhance their spiritual career or their spiritual interests, to really take that leap of faith and start doing it more actively. What else do we have for the Aries season? You're already doing it. Stop overthinking, keep facing your true north. Okay, so we have 3 cards: the initiation, the sisterhood of the rose, and you are already doing it. So I feel like these are 3 groups of people. So there is one group of people who is just starting on to their spiritual journey, who is just awakening, and if they thought that Pisces season brought to them, like the last month brought to them a lot of awakening, then I just want to say that this is just the beginning, because you are in for a treat and you're just going deeper and deeper and deeper, and there's like a whole new world out there. It's a very magical world. So if you've been getting a lot of synchronicities, if you've been awakening, it's time to do it. It's time to delve even much more deeper. For the second group of people, which I feel is this: sisterhood of the rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. For the second group of people, I feel this is about self-care. This is about embracing your feminine energy. So I feel this will also bring in a lot of people to embrace the true intuitive feminine side. A lot of times we tend to suppress our feminine, and this is not just because you're a man or you're a woman. No matter who you are, what you are, you can do this. You can indulge into self-care. You can embrace your feminine side by trusting into your intuition more, by spending time alone, by doing yoga, stretches, doing anything which exudes that feminine energy of intuition and self-care. like a lot of people will be exploring more of their feminine side of softness and kindness and compassion. Yeah. And then we have the third group, which is all about you're already doing this. Like, these are the kind of people who have been on this path for a while now, but they are kind of like overthinking because they had just had this, they were in this spicy season, they kind of like revisited this whole line, and they gotta stop overthinking. They gotta stop overthinking, and they gotta face the true north. They're already doing it, and all they need is to trust their own ideas and their own intuition. That was it for the Aries season. I did not announce this live, I'm sorry, but that's how it is mostly. I hope next time. Also, I have a live probably next week with someone. We'll be talking about twin flames. We'll be talking, so if you have any questions regarding twin flames, you can message me and I'll make sure we answer that. And I think the rest is sorted. So have a beautiful oh, my sister just wrote, like, my favorite director. Yes. So do you know guys, I just met Imtiaz Ali, like, out of the blue, out of nowhere. And I didn't realize at that point that literally I spent a year talking about that director to my colleague. Imtiaz Ali, like, was there all in my conversations. He was the director I wanted to meet, I wanted to talk, blah blah blah, and I manifested that. I couldn't manifest at that time because for me at that time that person was here and I was like here, and I just bumped into him. I just literally bumped into him. How did that happen? Crazy, right? Crazy. But yeah, now I'm no more that interested. But yeah, at one point I would have gone crazy if I would have met him at that time. So see, it's all about changing your own subconscious beliefs. Hi, hope you're doing amazing, sir. So I hope this live session helped you, and next time I'll try to post, probably inform before I come on live. But today I was just feeling so upbeat and so nice, I just felt like I should go. So yeah, see you and have a beautiful, beautiful day ahead. Thank you for watching.